Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Imperfect Podcast. This is the official second episode, and I am so beyond excited. I have a very special guest with me today. I have known this kid since second grade. I
Long
joined,
time.
yeah, it has been a long time. So, Brady, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Brady Jenkins, and I do like editing, and that's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he's the editor for this podcast. So, if you film an episode with me and you don't like so they you
I'll
don't
cut
like
it
the
out. I'll
way
cut it out.
that
Don't worry.
something sounds, Brady's your guy. So Brady is here with us today to talk about pet peeves and morals.
I got a lot of pet peeves. The
Yeah,
morals, the morals, I'm not so strong with, but the pet peeves, yeah.
we'll go for it. What are yours?
What are my pet peeves? I got a lot. Like I said, I got a lot. I think the biggest one for me is just like treating other people like how they want to be treated, right? Because like if you're mean to me, and I be mad, if I be mean back, and then you know you're upset, that don't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And that's one of the things that has peeves me off the most is the way I'll put that. But
Yeah. So what are some of the smaller pet peeves that you have?
smaller pet peeves. Oh, I mean, I got a bunch of ones that are just like ridiculous. Like I'll be in my room just chilling, and then somebody will come in, and then they'll leave the door open,
That
and it's
bothers me
wild.
too.
It's
That
wild.
bothers me
How could you
too.
do that?
Yeah.
Who would
It
do
was
such a thing?
closed when you decided to open it and
Yeah,
walk in.
yeah. I don't care. You can come and talk to me. That's cool, but just close the door. Like it's
Yeah.
it. All you have to do, you don't gotta. It's not that hard. You just close it on the way out. That's definitely that. Actually, that's probably a big one. That's not even a small one. That's a big one.
Yeah, that happens with me a lot too. I think recently one of my pet peeves has been the phrase social distancing. Absolutely hate it. I
It doesn't really
absolutely
make
hate
a whole
it.
lot of sense. Like it's kind of counterintuitive if you think about it. The whole thing is like stay home, but then they also tell you to social distance. Like, no, just don't be social. Just stay home. We can be out of this in 2 weeks. Just
just don't
stop.
have friends. Yeah.
Well,
Honestly though.
we already got that covered, so that was beforehand, so that was cool.
Yeah, but honestly, if people did just stay home for like 2 weeks, as hard as that is,
Yeah, like 2 3 weeks. I mean, like that's all I do anyway, so it wouldn't be that hard for me. But like
yeah, and like I
for the
know it's
people who have social lives, just do it, and then we'll be
yeah.
done. We can
It's
have
like we
those
have
those
social
guys.
media. We're still gonna stay connected, even if we can't like hug people.
Oh no, I might just drop off the face of the planet for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so if you are really bothered by something, are you the kind of person to speak out about it or do you let it slide?
it if I was really bothered by it, I'd probably say something. But also, it's like I'm one of those people that like if it's a question of like opinion, if it's an opinionated thing, like I just don't say anything because it's an opinion. You're allowed to have it. But
Right.
if like you're being like blatantly just like whether it's disrespectful or just blatantly wrong about something, like if it's a factual thing that you're wrong about, then I'm gonna say something. But I'm also one of those people that's just like, you do you, I'll do me, and it's cool. Like it's fine, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so what does morals mean to you and what are yours?
I feel like morals just in general is just like I don't want to say rules to live by, but it's kind of like that, like things that like you know that are right and things that you know that are wrong, and like having morals means like you're able to separate those two things. So it's like for
Right.
me like um and obviously I say these things, but I also do struggle with them because everybody struggles with them, you
Right.
know. And it's like just like being attentive, respectful, just being positive, a lot of stuff like that, just on the lines of just like being a decent human being, and
Yeah.
life pretty much just goes smoothly after that, you know?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, especially now, it's hard for them to see past certain things. So even if in the back of their head they have these morals like, oh, be good to people, and like, when we were younger, the golden rule was kind of like drilled into our head. But I feel like
Well,
times
what
like
was your golden rule drilled into your head?
to treat people the way that you want to be treated.
Oh, mine was sharing with care. Sharing is caring, but I guess that's different. All right.
Well, that's still a good thing,
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's not.
but I feel
Actually,
like
during this pandemic, you probably shouldn't share, but that's besides the
yeah,
point.
yeah, don't
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 stop. Don't share food. Don't do that. It's
don't be
bad.
nice. Actually,
I wouldn't say that. I
okay,
wouldn't say
that's
that.
yeah, don't not okay, be nice, but don't share.
Be nice from far away.
Yeah, be nice from a distance. But I actually have like friends of mine who are in the field of teaching and stuff, and they've told me that it's like who they teach like younger kids. So they've told me that it's really hard for them to unteach things like sharing is caring, especially now
And
during.
my mom has a daycare, bro.
Oh yeah,
You know that I got like 8 little extra kids running around my house all the time, and like and like my mom's pretty good about just like stay separate, and the kids are. But then you've got like a baby or like somebody who's like 1.5, right? That's just crawling everywhere and is trying to touch everything.
yeah,
And I know it's rough, but then it's also like, they're kids. There's,
right. Yeah, how is that being like how is that for your mom? Is it really hard?
It's definitely stressful because like a lot of the things that like if a parent does something wrong, then it'll come back down on her. But
Mhm.
like she handled it like a champ. It's crazy. I mean, she's
Your
amazing
mom's
at her job.
amazing.
I mean, she's been doing it for 17 years, so as long
Yeah.
as I've been around.
Wow. Your mom fascinates me.
Yeah, she fascinates me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone doesn't have the same morals as you, does it affect how you see them or your relationship with them?
It depends on what the morals are. If like they're like within themselves is just like they enjoy like say like being mean. Like I mean like it's gonna change how I think about you, but like once again, I'm a very like you do your own thing person. Like
Yeah. I feel like if someone believed in being mean,
yeah, that would just be wild. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure somebody somewhere, somebody.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be really hard for me personally to see past that and like, you know, like I'm not like you. I'm not like a you do you kind of person. I mean, I am
She's
in some
very
sense.
opinionated.
Not very. Not okay, I don't ever say mean things to anyone's face.
That's another one of my pet peeves. If you're gonna say something, say it to my face. You know what I mean?
But I know that about you, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel
And
about
trust
you.
me, she does.
Yeah. Only when you're being really stupid.
Which is very often. Quite often.
I'm glad you said it, so I didn't
Yeah,
have to.
I'm realistic too. That's another one of the things. Just be realistic.
This kid's broken his foot like what, 3 times?
Like a lot, like a crazy amount.
Yeah. Like he's in what is that even called?
It's a boot, like a cat. It's a cast. It's a walking cast. But yeah,
It's a walking cast, and he
yeah,
was in crutches like
it's wild.
what 3-4 weeks
It
ago when
was
he was
like
over
it was
here.
like 6 weeks ago, and then like I got that like plastic boot off, and I got to put a cast put on after surgery because they like went in there and fixed everything. And then like 3 weeks after that, which is like a week ago, kind of something like that. Then they put another cast on. Then three
And
weeks after that point,
this
it'll be a
kid
boot.
broke it
Then 3 weeks after that, it'll be a
by
shoe.
falling down the stairs.
Yeah, it was me and Isaac Newton just are not friends. Just me and Gravity was just we did not get along.
Yeah, walking is hard for Brady.
Tripping and stumbling and doing all that. And just so imagine trying to play sports. That's how it happened first time. That was
Oh my
wild.
gosh. So Brady plays basketball and he has a hoop in his front yard, like in
Yes.
his driveway. I was over his house like a long time ago. I think for his brother's graduation party.
Yeah, something like that.
And we were playing basketball
And
and
I
this
dunked
kid
on her. I dunked on her.
No, yes, no you did.
I took it up and bah, right on her head.
And he broke my toenail.
Yeah, I did do that too.
My whole toe was bleeding. It was disgusting, and
She
I
shouldn't
was
have been in the paint. It was mouse in the house. You know what I mean? I gotta go in there.
Listen, none of it was my fault.
Like
You
Shaq
literally
West,
told me
hard
to
in the
stand
paint,
there.
but-
You told me to stand. I was standing there and I was
What?
watching.
I didn't do that.
Yes,
I didn't
you
do that.
did.
That
And I was
couldn't be
wearing
me.
Crocs.
Well, yeah, it
If
was
you
her
know me,
fault. I can
If
hoop
you
in
no,
Crocs.
shush.
I
If
can
you
sauce
shush.
people up in Crocs.
If you know me, you know that I love Crocs.
I
And I was very upset that they failed me in protecting my
I got
feet.
rainbow Crocs at home.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I have yellow Crocs
And I got
and I have
navy
white
Crocs.
Crocs.
I got navy Crocs too.
Navy Crocs.
Yeah.
How many gibbets do you have?
None. They're ugly.
Ew,
I don't like them.
you wear naked Crocs?
My Crocs are boneless. You feel me?
No, get
Boneless
yourself
Crocs.
some gibbets.
Boneless Crocs. That's what we rock around here. Boneless Crocs.
No, we get gibbets.
I don't think we do. I don't think we do.
I do.
My Crocs boneless.
Just like you.
No, I mean I got the bones are in there. It's just like everything else doesn't work. Everything besides that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially your
the
brain.
muscles, tendons, the brain. That's a big one for sure.
Guys, I'm kidding. Brady and I,
No,
like
she's
I
not.
said, yes, I am.
She's not kidding because she's right.
Oh, well, that's not what I was gonna say. Brady and I have known each other since second
Long
grade.
time.
Since second grade. So He was actually my first friend at the church where I go
God.
now. He doesn't show up anymore, but it's fine. I'm not upset.
It's a national pandemic, bro. Relax.
We're outside.
I know we are. It's hot. I came into this house with a trench coat on. Like, I'm not playing.
It's hot, so you walk around with a
With the
trench
trench
coat
coat,
on?
yeah. I'm drippy. I
But
got that style
but
on
it's
me.
hot and you're
It
wearing
is.
a
It
trench
is. A trench
coat.
coat with a t-shirt and sweatpants. Yeah. It's
Okay.
green. Dude,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I know it's green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they care what color it is.
Yeah. I mean, that thing is huge. It's like 20 pounds.
Mhm.
Straight going down to like my knees. It's like an extra large, and I wear like a small, so like, yeah.
Yeah, he's built like a stick.
Built different.
Way different.
Yeah.
I'm not built like a stick at all.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mhm. Okay. No, there really is nothing wrong with that. I just have a very poor self-confidence, but we're working on it. We're actually doing an episode on that later on with one of my friends. So stay tuned. Great things are coming. Anywho, so how do your morals affect your everyday decisions?
Everyday decisions.
Yeah.
Well, they affect my everyday decisions every day.
Oh,
Believe
really?
it or not. Yeah, it's just like it kind of guides what I do on a day-to-day basis. Like I spend like okay, so I spend a lot of time like playing video games, for example, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not one of those people like, and I don't know if you know about this because you don't really play video games like I do, but people be mad disrespectful in like game chat and
Oh,
vibes and
yeah.
stuff. People be disrespectful. Me, I'm not like that. I'm just like, you know, you win, you lose, you lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You win some, you lose some.
you're a very mellow person.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's you
very
know.
mellow and chill. And I wish to be like that sometimes cuz we all know that I'm not always
And
like
people
that.
think I'm a, and then it's not being mellow doesn't mean you're a pushover either. Like if somebody disrespects me once again, like it's like don't. But on the other hand, like I'm super chill. Like if you disrespect me, you didn't mean it, and you apologize, then we're cool. You know,
Yeah, he's
forgiven. You know,
Brady's a very go with the flow kind of person,
yeah,
which I
it makes
admire.
life really easy.
Yeah,
And I know
I'm
it's easier said than done, but yeah.
right. I'm trying really hard to be more like that cuz I know like you said I am very opinionated and I've been getting better about it kind of, but I feel like I'm trying really hard to just like take life day by day and kind of like go with the flow and not care, but just kind
Oh,
of
I don't care.
I know you don't.
That's where you at a certain point you just get to a point where you're just like, nah, I'm cool.
But like I'm caring on the things that I should care
Yeah,
about.
there you go. See,
Yeah.
like,
So it's
yeah.
it's like the little things don't get to me as much anymore, which I think is
God,
super
except for closing
important.
the door. That little
That
thing
okay,
does
but
get
that's
to me.
not that little. That's like a huge deal. It's like if you walk into my room
All right,
and you
listen,
open my
listen.
door,
The capital punishment should be like murder. It should be like arson, and then not closing a door. There should be like a
then leaving
felony
it
charge for
open.
that.
Oh my gosh. I absolutely despise it. I hate
It's
it.
bad,
Because then I have to get up out of my bed, stop watching
right?
Glee.
I wouldn't be watching Glee,
I
but
know you
yeah,
wouldn't. You would be watching some
hey,
sports game
yeah,
or
that's true. That's true.
yeah.
I would be watching basketball or football or what have
Yeah,
you.
you'd
So
be
you know,
commentating
yep. Go
on a
Kings, go Ravens,
basketball
go
game.
Orioles. You know,
You know
we don't
how it
like
is.
hockey, but you know, no offense to people who like hockey. Once again, like that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? That's your thing.
You know
But
what I'm saying? But yeah,
uh,
I close the door. That's all I gotta say.
yeah,
Just close the
just
door.
be nice. Close the door
Just
for your
be
relatives, for
yeah
everybody. Don't open the door for them. Just close it.
yeah.
On them, behind them, for them. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Just
put a
everything.
sign up on my door that just says close.
Just close it. What you
Yeah.
doing? Just close it. Close it, or I'm gonna attach a car battery to the other side the next time you try and come to my room. I mean, that's it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you brought it upon yourself.
Yeah, I started doing this in like back to what you were saying about like just being a good person.
Mellow.
Mellow. Yeah. I think it started in like maybe 8th grade, ninth grade, but I made it my goal every day to make at least one person smile. And like as cheesy as that sounds, like I feel like it
I mean,
really
it's not a
helps.
bad goal. That's.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, it is cheesy and it is cliche, but like
thank
it is.
you.
It's not a bad thing either.
And I feel like it's kind of it's a simple thing. It has a bigger impact than you think it does, and it makes both of you feel better. So it's not just so I can go around being like, "Oh yeah, I made this many people smile today." Like that's not at all what it's about. It's just you're making someone else feel good, and in the long run, that makes you feel good.
Even if it is what that's all about, at the end of the day, like you're still having a positive impact, even if it's just for your own self betterment.
Yeah. But still, it's self betterment. So if you're like, oh yeah, I can make it's like if I can make these many people if I can make this many people smile, then that makes you feel better about yourself, which is always great because you are all amazing people. So, my second to last question, how different are your morals from your families, and how does that affect your relationship with them?
I mean, they're pretty much the same. Like that's where I get mine from. Is like my dad is like super chill, and you know that. My dad's just like
we love
he's
Jeff.
chill. He's chill.
We
my
love
mom
Jeff.
a little less chill, but she's she works a lot, so it's
she's still a queen.
And then Rory. Rory is like a carbon cut out of me on the chillness in that chillness section. And then brothers
and the craziness.
And the craziness. I mean, a little bit less, but
yeah.
In fact, probably a little bit more, but. Now that I think about it,
he's way
wild.
crazier. Yeah,
he's wild. Now that I think about it, now that I'm like putting that down to thought,
I mean, his nickname is Dizzy.
Just the Diz.
Whatever.
Or Diz.
Whatever. His nickname is
the man
Diz.
Formerly known as Captain Awesome. Don't even worry about that.
Their whole family, I just admire all of them. Also, I really miss your sister. I have not seen her in the longest time.
You could take her. You can take her.
Really?
You can have her, yeah.
Brady has... How old is she?
I don't know, maybe 10? I'm really bad at remembering things.
Well...
It's me. I can remember my age. I can remember Casey's age, and that's it. That's,
You're such a great older brother.
Well, I'm wonderful. You know what I mean? Just...
Yeah. But Brady has a younger sister, and her name is Zoe, and I absolutely adore her. She...
Couldn't imagine what that is.
What do you mean? It's because she makes me drawings at church.
She does do that.
And she always hugs me every time she sees me, and she makes me feel appreciated.
But not during the pandemic.
Loved.
Yeah, but that's illegal.
Yeah, because they don't show up to church anymore, so that doesn't happen.
I like living, so.
Church is living. I live through Jesus.
That's a fact. There you go. At least she knows where she's. At least she's got her head in the right place. Anyway.
I look back sometimes and I think like where I would be if it wasn't for church. Like how many people I wouldn't know if I hadn't gone to Trinity.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I would have never met you. I would have never met
the whole squad, really.
The whole squad,
really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's so many
I'm basically
people.
there. I was there the longest. I think we were first because I've basically just been there like the whole time. Like I've been alive, I was there. And since everybody's basically younger than me in the group, except for your brother and my brother, basically, that's.
Wait.
Yeah, Kurt's younger than me too.
Yeah, but
almost by a full year.
The Gerards aren't.
Oh well, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah,
and then you're not the alpha.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that.
You're like the third youngest. I'm the youngest because.
Third youngest?
Yes, you are.
Kurt.
Me. It's me, Kurt, then you.
And then the Turners are all younger than me. Are they before you? They're both younger than me.
Okay, sorry.
And then like Lucas is younger than me. Like everybody. Oh dang. It wasn't me. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of people I could name. I'm just once again I'm bad at remembering things. So
right.
Yeah, I mean like I'm.
Yeah, and I'm forever thankful for everything that the church and our crew has given.
The squad.
Yes, the squad. The squad.
Squad.
The squad. No, I said squat because I'm slow. But just everything that I gained from the church has just been amazing. So thanks, guys. Shout out to you. Love you the most. Anywho, so what in your life has impacted how you define morals?
What in my life? Basically everything. I mean, like, who I was raised by, how I was raised, like, where I was raised. Everything can define, like, who you are as, like, a person, like, all the way down to, like, the very core, which I guess would be morals. It's like, I was raised in a, pretty much stable household with, and granted, there were some other things like medical stuff that was a little bit more challenging, but not most of it wasn't directed towards me besides for the ankle, but that's fine. And like,
is it
yeah,
fine?
I mean, no, it's not. hopefully for now, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, it's basically been everything from day one to now, which is a lot of days, but
Yeah.
And some have been better, some have been worse, but we're getting through it,
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know. Like I said before, like I look up to your family a lot. Like just everything that you guys have been through and how you've all like powered through together is just super.
We're just built different.
Yeah.
We just, we just adversity. We eat it. We just eat adversity.
Oh yeah.
We just eat
They're a
those.
powerful family. They're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure, for sure.
Do you have any regrets? Like before you really like took your morals seriously?
Not a one. I don't regret anything I've ever done because of the fact that it's got to me exactly where I am right now, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with. So that's like one of those things that people talk about regret. Like I'm not really gonna have to start regretting things until like way later on in life. You know what I mean? Like when I'm like 80, I'll be like, okay, I regret like not ever going to like, all right, for example, the Bahamas. Now I have been there, but like had I not, and I'm like 80 and can't travel anymore because God knows we'll still be in this pandemic while I'm 80. Be like, dang, I wish I went to the Bahamas. Like that's regret. For me, like, yeah, I wish there were
So
certain
you
things I
regret
didn't
like
do,
not
but
taking advantage of things?
yeah, but that's I got a lot of time to take advantage of
Right.
things. So it's like,
Yeah.
I live every day and I try and do as much as I can in that one day. So it's like, as long as, we still, keep everything centered around the fact that like it's all about, making every day worth it.
Right. And then, I have like kind of the same mindset. Like I don't have like failed relationships or whatever. Like everything that has happened in my life, like I'm incredibly thankful for because it shaped me into who I am and I feel like I've been told that I'm like wiser beyond my years, but it's not because like I do research because I don't. It's because, I listen.
She doesn't hold grudges.
I don't
I hold
know.
grudges.
I don't.
I hold them.
That's another like
Carry them
moral
around
that
like
I
a
have.
child with me, just grudges, bag full of them. That's what
Like
I keep in the trench coat. You feel me?
that's what you keep under all the hats you wear.
That too. I mean, it's the fact that my hair is a mess, but no, that's what I keep in the trench coat. Is just grudges. You
Yeah,
know,
I feel like that's one of my morals is just to forgive. And it took me a while to get to the point where it was as easy as it is now. And I'm not saying that I mean like certain things are obviously harder to forgive, but I'm at the point in my life where, you know, and this is because of my faith, but it's been so much easier for me to just like let things go and to just move on because if I forgive them, then I forgive myself and then the problem's just not on my shoulders anymore and it's in God's hands and that's something that like has made my life so much easier and I would suggest doing that to literally anyone because like not just even like meeting Christ, but just like forgiving people and realizing that like there's more to your life than being mad at someone.
just like in general, just like stop being so mad all the time. Like everybody's just so mad all the time.
Mhm.
Everybody, and I don't get that. Like if you wherever you look, there's just somebody doing something and they're
Mhm.
mad. They're
And
just
newsflash, you don't always have to be right about everything.
and you don't always have to be mad.
Yeah. Like if you're wrong, you don't have to be upset about it. If someone like, contradicts
And
you, like
admit
it's
when you're
okay.
wrong. Like admit
Yeah.
when you're wrong too. Like don't double down on like some BS. Just don't.
Yeah.
That's another pet peeve. Just people who like know that they're wrong but just like keep doubling down on it. Like
Yeah. I mean, and even like false information just to like keep your argument going. Like stuff
well
like
yeah,
that.
but that's a whole different discussion
Yeah.
topic. That's crazy.
But yeah, I just be good people. I know like sometimes it might seem like a hard
It's very different.
concept, but you can do it. I know you can do it. Like just try and make someone smile, remind them that they're loved and, it'll make your life so much easier if you just learn to forgive people and not be so upset about everything.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just about um and all in all, I just take everything like in stride and just like I don't like to be upset all the time because like I can't imagine those people who are angry all the time. Cause
Mhm.
like I'd be angry like once and I'm like I never want to do that again. Like
Yeah, like I can't imagine it feels good.
no, it's like people are just like walking around all day like just huffing and puffing and being mad. I'm like me, I'm
Yeah.
just like dude, like
Like always looking down on everything.
I'm like there are a lot of good things going on now. Granted, there are a lot of bad things, but if you focus on those bad things, then that's where it like
Mhm.
you lose out on seeing the good stuff. So
Right. And I feel like, this happened in Bible study. And I know I'm getting really churchy in this episode, but that's just because it's a huge part of my life.
that's
But
what
I
she
was
enjoys.
doing
So
yeah, But I was doing this Bible study, and every week we sent a picture of a God sighting that we saw. And just seeing how many people were able to find like the littlest things and turn it into something
I was there. It
amazing.
was like 200 people. It was wild. Like everybody had one. It was wild. Everybody.
Yeah, but it was just, you know, an amazing feeling of just like knowing that there was something good out there amongst all of the chaos that's happening. And like, I did a walking class over the summer for a gym credit, so I didn't have to take gym.
Straight walking.
Straight
Walking
walking,
all the
yeah.
time. Just
If you have
walking.
any questions about it, because I know a lot of people in high school are trying to get that gym credit,
I
and the
mean,
gym,
me, I just be
the
levitating. So walking classes, don't even have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I just be floating.
good, that's good. But yeah, I can let you know what I did because I know that whole online gym classing is confusing. But one day when I was walking, it was like I don't know, like maybe like 7 and at night, and I was walking with my dad, and there was this huge rainbow, and
At
my
night?
dad, well, not like at night, like the sun hadn't set yet.
Oh yeah, at dusk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I love that word.
So dusk.
Yeah.
But my dad pointed out the rainbow and he said, "This is the same rainbow, like the same shape, same size rainbow that um, formed the day that your grandma passed away." And the day that we were walking was the day before the anniversary of that.
That's wild.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
crazy.
So like even though I was stressed out about everything with school and like everything that was going on this summer and being in the pandemic, I was able to look up and see something amazing. And I didn't know my grandmother that well because she passed away when I was really young, but having that reminder that like she's still there and she's still watching and that that makes me want to strive to make her proud because I know that like even though she didn't know me now, she knew me when I was younger and she knew in her heart because she's my grandma that like I was going to accomplish great things. So that makes me, more passionate to strive and accomplish those great things. So it's like just little things like that that I have been, picking out of my day now that just make, the chaos seem like not as scary.
Just moral of the story, stop looking down so much and look up, and you might see something you'd otherwise miss.
Yeah. I mean, like if I hadn't walked through that court, if we hadn't stopped, my dad wouldn't have pointed it out, and then I wouldn't have known that because I was too young when she passed away to have even noticed the rainbow or to even remember it. So it was just a really special moment, especially one that I like shared with my dad too. So it was just all around amazing.
Yeah, that story's incredible. I've never heard that one, so
Yeah,
you know.
you learn something new every day. Do you have any last words?
Do I have any last words? Not really. I mean, I'm just here to talk. So,
Yeah, I am out of questions,
out
but
of questions. Wow, that's
yeah.
crazy. She never stops asking questions, which is also another thing you should not ever stop doing is ask questions. Always be on the hunt for new information that you didn't know before.
Yeah, especially like if you're nervous in school to ask a teacher a
Just
question,
ask it,
just ask it.
because you're not going to be the only one with the question.
Right.
That's one of those things that,
And even if you
yeah.
are,
Even if you are, I mean, now you
the more
know.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was that kid that didn't ask questions ever because, I didn't want to be like that kid that like always had a question. But, after I transferred and I didn't know anything at all, I ask questions all the time now
She'd be
because
asking. She'd be asking me questions all the time.
yeah, I'm like, "Hey Brady, how does this
She'd be
work?"
like, "All right, let me FaceTime you at 12:30 at night." And of course, I'm up, so I'm cool with it. So, and then she'd be like, "How does this work? This work? This work?" And I'm like, "Well, it works like this and this and this."
Yeah.
And like that's another thing. If somebody asks you a question, don't hesitate to answer it because at the end of the day,
Even if
like
you don't know the answer.
even if you don't know the answer, go look it up yourself and then tell them the answer.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things. Is like I always say, don't hesitate to ask a question because you're not the only one with it. You're almost never the only one with it. And if you are, still ask the question because you'd rather know it than not know it. So
Right. And even, okay, so here's another thing. If you're in a class, and I've noticed this a lot with my Zoom classes, but if like the class is dead silent and the teacher's like asking for an answer, if you have an answer on your paper, do not be afraid to share it. Even if it's
just
so
you
far
know,
off from the actual answer.
just be proud that you think you know everything better than everybody else. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like one of
And
those
if
things
you
is
don't,
like,
then he'll explain it, and then
then
everyone
now
will know
everybody
the right
knows. Because if
answer.
nobody's answering, nobody knows. And that's
Yeah.
one of those things that like people a lot of times forget. The reason you're hesitating to answer is because you think you don't know it. So why do you think everybody else is hesitant to say the answer?
Right.
It's like one of those things that's like everybody's pretty much wired up the same way, like
Mm-hmm.
in basic behavior and stuff. So it's like if nobody else is talking, nobody else probably knows the answer.
Yeah.
So
So then, even if
might
you
as well
don't
give
know
it a
the
shot, you
answer,
know?
right, and even if you don't know the answer, be the one that says, "Hey, we have no idea what's happening."
Yeah, like what is going on?
Yeah,
That's me too. Like I'll be listen, nobody else is talking. We have no idea what's going on. You're gonna need to explain this again. Like
yeah. Just be straightforward about it because the teachers are there and your friends are there to help you.
they're there for the exact reason to answer the question. So like you might as well just ask it because you know that's what they're there for.
Right. All in all, don't be afraid to speak out. You can do it. I believe in you.
Just in general, you know,
Yeah.
everybody has their voice, you know, and a lot of people just it takes a little bit longer than others to find it, you know. I'll be talking all the time, too
Mhm.
much, but excuse me, but too much, and a lot of the times, you know, and then you can also talk too much, like say a lot, say too much about something that isn't doesn't need all that to be said, but it's rare, so.
I mean, I do that a lot. My friend Sophia told me literally yesterday. She was I was going to go and explain something, and she summed up everything that I was going to say in like 4 words, like before I even got to
It's
speak.
like the
And she was
verbal
like,
equivalent of getting dunked on, you know? It's just
"Mm-hmm,
like and
yeah," and
breaking your toenail.
yeah, yeah. But she goes, "I knew you were gonna say that with way too many words, so I just decided to sum it up for you." And I was like, I mean, yeah, you're right. So now, like, I know to be more cautious of how I explain things. Because, I don't need to talk for hours a day. Y'all get the point.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do. I talk for hours a day on some stuff that just don't isn't pertinent to anything. But you
Yeah.
know, it's cool. It's cool. It's fine. I get fulfillment out of that. You know. So
Yeah. I also, one more thing before we head out, I just want to say, like, if someone does speak out, please respect them. Because, especially, like, if you're in a class,
even if you don't agree,
yes, even if you don't agree. Everyone has an opinion, and that's fine. We're all entitled to an opinion, but we all have to learn to respect each other.
you don't have. And we're not saying you have to agree. You don't have
Right.
to
You don't have
agree.
to
You
agree.
don't. You don't even have to like respect the opinion. You just don't. You don't. There's no reason to drag somebody down for having an opinion, and
Right.
then getting mad that they drag you down for having an
Right.
opinion. Like
Like we
that's the
said in the
source of the
beginning.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So just, yeah. Overall, be a good person.
Just
And
don't
just
do mean
respect other
things.
people. Yeah. And respect other people. And like if you're in a class or something and everyone's being quiet and the one kid speaks out and says the wrong answer.
You ain't gotta trash him. You ain't gotta
Right.
trash him or
Yeah.
her. You ain't gotta trash him. So just you know, be respectful and just be like, I don't think that's the answer, but keep your
Exactly.
microphone muted. You know, even if you
Yeah.
got something to say, it's real easy now. And this is for all the people of like my age. It's real easy now to just like keep the mic muted, say whatever you want. They ask you, be like, oh nothing. I was just talking to somebody who walked by. That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Get a you know, it's like one of those things. It's if you can easily relieve stress by saying things and getting it out, you don't have to say it to somebody. And now, granted, that's another one of the things. It's like, if it bothers you, tell them.
Mhm.
If you have something to say about somebody, tell them. But
Mhm.
like, you don't have to be rude about it. If you're going to be rude and you're still going to tell them, don't. Like, if you have a problem with somebody and you want to discuss it, you don't have to be rude. You could just be like, hey, I'd mind if you didn't do that or
Right.
this, and they'll be like, oh, well, I did it because this, and then you can have a discussion, fix the problem, and move on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't gotta dwell on it for 12 years. I mean, like it's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, just like think about how you're going to deliver what you're going to say before you say it because there's a nice way to say something and there's a not nice way.
No, there's a right way and a wrong way. Don't say nice and not nice. There's a right way and a wrong way.
Yeah, there's a right way and a wrong way.
Sometimes you do just gotta be. Sometimes you have to be. I don't want to say mean, but like assertive. You gotta be
Yeah.
assertive. Versus other times where it's just like, chill. You don't have to say all that much. Like if you're it's like if you're friends and then they do something, you can be chill about it. But like if you got somebody that you don't know at all and they be just trashing you for no reason, like be assertive and just tell them to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I think that about wraps up today's episode. I do want to leave you all with a good note, which kind of sums up this whole episode, but just be a good person. It's really not that hard. Just be a good person.
People really take time out of their day to be a bad person. Like,
Yeah.
just be a good person. Just stop being mean.
Make someone smile, remind someone that they're loved, and here's me reminding you that you are loved. You guys are all amazing people. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks again for joining us, Brady.
Bye.
Bye.